I'm stunning, nigga. Rich gang, 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 like that. Woo. Know what I'm saying?
Boy, what the hell you doing in here throwing up set? You ain't got no job.
What's good, NHG squad? This is your boy NHG OneMic, and welcome back for another interview. Today we got a special guest. She been here before. We got Miss Red Phoenix in the building. What's good?
Hey there.
What's up? What's up? And we got one of her fan members in the building too. What's good?
How's it going?
All right. So first off, I want to ask y'all doing good? How's y'all day doing? Was it good for y'all?
We're doing good. I'm doing good.
Okay.
I'm doing good. Had a pretty good day so far.
Oh, that's what's up. So the last interview we did, we talked about TRM, about the situation, the past, what was going on. That interview, did you get good feedback? Did you get a little hate on that? Like, what did you receive from that?
A little bit of both. Like I had to kind of confirm some stuff with some people about how some people didn't actually put money into that business that he was doing, and I got it all cleared up. So.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all that squashed. TRM is dead, so we did what we needed to do.
Okay. Behind the recording and stuff, I talked to Fairs. You had a conversation with him, and how was that conversation between y'all two? Was it awkward? Was it because it's been a very long time. It was like 5 or 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Had a conversation with him.
The conversation is fine. I think a lot of the conversation was a bunch of bullshit on his end, but but yeah, no, it was cool talking to him. It wasn't. I didn't have a problem with it.
Okay, that's what's up. So what do you want to do the interview? What's been going on with you?
So basically, what I want to talk about today is drama. Like, there's a bunch of topics. One being drama, trust, loyalty, friendships, manipulation, assumptions, and karma.
Really? And karma. Sheesh. Okay. So let's talk about the drama then. What's been going on in that area?
Oh, just jeez. What hasn't been going on? What hasn't been going on with this drama? Cobra, you want to add to this drama deal?
Oh, it's been going on for a while, and it's caused problems not just to the fam, but it's literally destroyed friendships, divided an entire fam. It's got 12 people fractured into a whole nother group, and it was all carefully orchestrated and manipulated by only a handful of people who wanted to more or less cause as much damage to Phoenix and another individual as possible. And then they took advantage of that damage and all that drama to try and push their own goal. And when they didn't get what they want, they literally cut a family in half, took people one way, and the people who didn't go with them, they started lying to them, deceiving them. They even had one person who would go into a chat, listen to everything being said, and then run right back into their group.
Damn. Okay. Sheesh. There's been a lot of drama going on there.
They got pretty personal too with Phoenix and the other person involved that they tried
Red
targeting.
Dragon.
Yeah, with Dragon, they got very personal. They tried to destroy an 8-year-old friendship, and they very nearly succeeded, because they were taking advantage of Phoenix and recent events that had gone on in her life. And I was there listening and seeing most of it whenever I wasn't passed out. And I mean, I saw how they positioned themselves and how they tried to do all this.
Damn.
And I haven't seen this level of manipulation and drama since the original PlayStation home.
Yeah, I mean, it was wicked. It was really wicked stuff. Like, they literally they fed me things. They were feeding me things to the point of I actually started to believe them. And it made me turn on somebody that I've had a relationship with, like a friendship with, for like the last 8 years since PlayStation Home. I met this person, Red Dragon. I met him in 2012, and they were just. I mean, it was just it was one lie after the next, after the next, after the next, and it started really to take a toll on me. Mm-hmm. Which, in return, they got me somehow. They were able to press the issue of me kicking him out of the fam and saying some really harsh words, and just so that they could in turn manipulate the situation enough so that they could get control of my fam. But what they don't understand is you cannot just take something from me if I don't want you to have it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay,
so I have said this before, and I'll say it again, and I'll continuously say it. Although I love my friends, I will never choose anybody over Red Dragon.
Okay.
Okay. But the manipulation in this matter was unwarranted, and it caused a lot of friction between people who thought each other were friends.
It still is causing some friction too, from my understanding.
It is.
Wow. So the goal was for that person basically trying to destroy your friendship and then be close personal, information about you. Like that's crazy. Like, can you say the name who doing all this, or you want to keep it classified?
I will just put it to you this way. I'm not going to actually put their name out there because, I don't want. I mean, if there's retaliation behind all of this, then there's retaliation. But I will explain to you the name of the fam. Okay. The name of the fam, the initials of the fam, or the acronym of the fam is SHT.
SHT.
What it means is I don't know. Honestly, I can't even remember. But it has to do with Game of Thrones.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, they took the members that they were able to lie to or manipulate and divide in RKE, and then they went and made their own fam, which, ironically, in my opinion, is not something that the person leading it is not actually invested. He's incredibly lazy. He's not. He doesn't care. He kicked up all this dust storm, and they are doing nothing as an actual fam. They're more of just a party, a group of people who will get in parties, talk about games, and that's it.
Wow. Now
they do virtually nothing.
And they watch together Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
and then talk about it.
Wow. Okay. Now these this new fam, are they on Nebula or they're like on?
They are on Nebula.
Okay. Damn. So I mean, like, since all this drama been going on, what you been doing trying to like solve it? Are you trying to fix it? You trying to patch certain stuff up?
There's no fixing this situation. They basically tried to turn me against Red Dragon, and then eventually down the road, within like maybe the last week, try to have him turn on me, which is never going to happen. I'm loyal to him, and in return, he's the same way with me. There's not really much that you can do to split us up. Like, we're good. That's not going to ever happen. And go ahead,
I would just like to add that they've tried to entice me and other people into joining their little group with, promotion, rank, and status hat. They're going to offer that off the bat.
What kind of contract
they're
trying
to manipulate.
Damn. So I mean, so they're trying to get Red Dragon to join they fam, and this.
They tried to have him turn on me. Like they went in a party chat. Cobra, were you there for all this?
I was in their
Majority?
party chat for some of it. I heard where they were trying to get him to join theirs, where there was a lot of talk of just disbanding RKE and stuff like that.
Damn. How did you know like all this was happening? Did you see the signs of, you know, people leaving and doing grimy
This had
stuff?
to be. This
It all
honestly
happened in one night, but
it happened
had
in one
been
night, but it
planned.
had to have been planned. It had to have been orchestrated. Like they had to have already known what was going to happen, which is fine. Like I said, it's fine. You do this, whatever. I'm not mad at you. I'm not upset for this fact. But for people to sit here and say that, yeah, we're friends. We wanted to hang out in real life with each other because we're that close and we're bonded and. You know, and then for this to happen, like it's a smack in the face. It just proves of manipulation. It proves that there's not any loyalty and there wasn't any trustworthiness. And to be honest with you, that's not the type of fam that I want to be affiliated with. At one point, he wanted to have an alliance, which I really didn't, because of how it went down. I really didn't want to do that.
Okay.
I would never alliance with someone who is going to up and do that with, you know, with my people. These are my people. A lot of, and even in retrospect, looking back, there was a lot of people that I let go that I probably shouldn't have let go. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because of their input and their submission to the issue. They like to make fun of people. You know, they like to ridicule people. And it's on a continuous basis. It's almost to the point of it gets old, you know? Like they run it out.
And I'll add too that like I've ridiculed people. I've made jokes about certain individuals, even an individual that's in RKE. You know, I've joked about somebody. I've made some potentially mean comments, but I can admit to that. I'm willing to admit to that and have it all over YouTube. These people, on the other hand, just a few nights ago, took what I said, and where they were heavily involved and sometimes even instigating the joking, the making fun of somebody as if it was a parody. They instigate that a lot. They make fun of people a lot. But the other night, earlier this week, they basically told somebody that I was the sole person involved in all that. That I was the only one making fun of a certain individual and talking shit and everything. And you know, I'll admit that I did do those things. But when you have an entire group doing it, and they're just gonna spin it around like that to try and make themselves look good and use that as a way to get that person to join them, that's not right. The accountability is not there because they were just as involved as I was.
Damn. Okay. So picking on individual, you know, making fun of. Did you have to mic up with the people that there was in the fam with you?
Well, with my fams, all of my fams, you must have a microphone in order to join my fam. I don't like to discriminate against anyone, but if you, unfortunately, you know, there are those that have hearing impairments, they might be mute, or things of that nature. Although I want them to be able to join, it's that there's some trust issues there. I need to be able to hear your voice. So unless you can speak on a mic, you cannot join my fam.
Okay. So that's one of the rules
that's one of my rules. You have to have a mic and actively use a mic in my parties.
Okay. So for that typical rule for people who probably want to listen and might want to join, that rule right there, do it have to be, you have to have a microphone? Just because, you know, you can have somebody with no mic, could be spying on you, could be doing some sneaky shit. So that's the reason why you want people to have a mic for them to join your fam.
Yes, I don't want there to be people people from my past or people who could manipulate my members, potentially breaking the walls down on my fam. I don't even want there to be even the least bit capable of doing that. So that is why I need everybody who joins RKE to have a mic. And in return, that also does help, when you're playing games and such in a group. So that's also an upside of that.
Okay. Any other rules that for people who wants to join, like what they might need to have?
RKE. We do have a pop-up color on Nebula. Our tag is RKE Red Kush Empire RKE. We no longer have ranks. We took them away. We are solely family based.
Okay,
so everybody's a brother, a sister, a daughter, a son. We're 100% family based. We don't have ranks anymore. Although I'm the founder and Red Dragon 6300 is the co-founder, everybody else, we're all equal. Just because I'm a founder doesn't make me any better than the next person. So we have no ranks. So everybody is capable and we're willing to take anybody.
Okay. Running a fam, I've seen this happen before plenty of times. I run the fam before. I seen all the drama, all the chaos behind running the fam. Your situation is almost the same thing from the PlayStation Home drama. Like you kind of seen this happen from PlayStation Home going towards a Nebula. Like, did you even think about anything about that?
It's funny that you say that because I've noticed on PlayStation 4 the drama seems to be 10 times worse than it was on PlayStation Home. Like with Nebula and the people there, it's more because I guess everybody is familiar with it now. They know how far you can get away with it. Like you would get banned on PlayStation Home for the things that we can say on Nebula realms. Like we literally can say some shit to one another and still be online. So, the drama is everybody, there's nobody, it just seems like people are okay with it. Like they're more in tune to it to cause the drama, to be able to, be up in someone's face and there's no repercussions. Because I haven't known of anyone to actually get banned from Nebula for fighting.
Sure, I seen it. Well, I'm not on Nebula, but I seen in the Kik groups, somebody got banned, showed the screenshot behind of it. So people do get banned off Nebula. It's crazy, man.
I mean, it's just knock on wood, it hasn't happened to me or anyone I know.
Yeah, so. That's good. Seeing all that, the trust issue. I know you said something about some trust. I've seen a lot of people who made people I'm gonna throw one out there. JC, when when we run NHG on PlayStation Home, he made a lot of people. He made Jay, he made Rude Boy, and he trusted them. That was his people. He fucks with them. Then all of a sudden they backstab him. He doesn't trust them no more. It's the same situation with you, with your trust, with people who was in your fam, backstabbing you. How that felt. That happened to you. You losing your trust for certain people was in your family.
I have had trust issues, plainly for things that have gone in my real life. I don't upfront trust people 100% upfront, and definitely I don't trust women upfront, because most of the time it's usually caused by another woman. But in this case, these were actual men who did this. And so it basically just taught me that you really have to watch what you say to people. And if they have questions, you need to really decide whether or not you want to answer them truthfully or not. And if you answer them truthfully, you need to watch what it is you're saying. I know a lot of I tend to test people So, and I will continuously test somebody to see, especially if I just met them, to see exactly how much I can trust them, to see if something comes back to me.
Okay. So you're gonna be running a little test on certain people now.
Yeah. Like Cobra and the people that are already in my fam, like they're loyal. So I know that I can trust them. I know that I can say things to them and it's not going to get back to, to somebody else.
Yeah.
Not necessarily another fam member, but like, just other people outside of the fam in general. I trust Red Dragon wholeheartedly. Cobra, like one of my loyal people, and there's a few others like Dexter and all, and Rogue. I also trust her.
Okay.
Like she's been backstabbed herself too, so she's probably, her and Annabelle are probably two of the females that I trust the most when it comes to PlayStation.
Okay. Cobra, how long you been in RKE?
I'd say a good few months now. I can't remember exactly when I was introduced to RKE, but it was by a mutual friend named Rogue, and she introduced me to the fam a couple months back, and I joined, and I've stuck with it ever since.
Okay. So how was your time, being in the fam before all the drama, before all that? I know you had some good times, with your fam members. Like, can you tell me any story about that?
Well, yeah, I've had a lot of good experiences as far as fam members and playing, just meeting people who have similar interests and want to play certain games that they have in common. It's been nice to have a fam where everybody's, for the most part, level-headed, down to earth, and they all have some form of common interest or gaming experience that they have in common. And even on Nebula, which is something that I was very hesitant to touch after my experiences on PlayStation Home. I mean, I got on there and I've hung out with them on there and I've enjoyed it.
Okay. That's what's up. So, I mean, what's the future holds for RKE now since the drama started? Any plans for RKE?
I think we're gonna rebuild. We'll find there's more loyal people out there.
Okay.
Like I said, I think us taking away the rank system, I think is going to help us in the long run. It makes everybody accountable. It makes everybody equals, and it also probably will help keep down the drama. I think the ranking systems in these fams kind of cause the manipulation and the control.
You believe the ranks?
Yeah,
kind of started the whole drama.
That just for a verbal rank that doesn't actually do anything, they'll go to extreme lengths to be like to say, hey, look at me, I'm a sergeant, I'm a lieutenant, I'm a captain, a commander, a general. Those ranks will go to people's heads, and they'll do a lot to be able to have that rank and be able to hold it over people if they can. Wow.
Yeah, and I also think that with everybody's input on an issue of drama or somebody doing something wrong in the fam, that as a consensus, all members will be able to either take care of the issue, boot a person, bring a new person in, deal with all the fam matters together as a family, as a unit. I think it will really help kind of pull away the drama and the manipulation and the karma, the unloyalty, the untrustworthiness. I think it will help pull that away.
I mean, it sounds like a good plan. Like I've seen that happen before with ranks. People do take ranks and try to use against other people, trying to hold over their head like, oh, I'm this such a rank, so you got to do this, or I'm gonna do something bad to you, or I'm gonna kick you out, or this craziness. So taking the ranks away from the fans. I think that's a good idea. I hope y'all rebuild. So rebuilding, man. Is y'all small now, or is it even number for y'all? Or what's going on in the area?
Well, fams never give, like, real fams, real leaders, of fams don't ever give out numbers. Okay, they never give out numbers. Make sure that you note that, everybody. Don't put your numbers out in the open. But we are rebuilding. We are adding new people every day. We play a lot of different games.
Okay.
We don't necessarily just stay on Nebula Realms or and stay bored all the time because there's shit to do there. So we play Modern Warfare, we play GTA, we play Red Dead Redemption, we play Division 2, Minecraft. We got a lot of builders with a lot of creativity. So we do a lot of stuff across PlayStation 4.
Okay. Phoenix, you haven't been in a mic up, have you?
What do you mean?
Micing up with somebody. Did you have? I don't know. I'm just gonna ask you. Do you have an account called Pink?
No.
Oh, okay. Cause I would listen to a mic up. It kind of sound like you a little bit. I'm like, wait a minute, it can't be Rose.
This is the only I've changed this account quite a few times with that name changing profile thing. I was first Crystalline Sky, and then I changed it a few times for like Fam Matters, and this is the one that I'm sticking with. This one is Mrs. Red Phoenix.
Okay.
I'm married, PlayStation married to Red Dragon 6300. That's my husband. So this is staying this way for a while. Yeah.
Did y'all I don't know if that was y'all video, but I seen a video on YouTube. It was somebody was getting married. Yeah, did y'all post a video on YouTube?
Conan Exiles?
I think so.
Yeah, if that was Conan Exiles, that was mine and Red's wedding.
Oh, okay. The setup was nice. I like the setup. I'm like, okay. That's my first time seeing somebody off of Nebula getting married. PlayStation Home had that. Off the, like, people getting married left and right on PlayStation Home. So seeing that, like, okay. I see what Nebula doing.
Abby Life is supposed to be coming to PlayStation, and it's supposed to be played across all consoles. And I'm trying to get him to do another wedding, but we'll see.
Okay. I heard rumors about that.
But
he said no.
He said no, but we'll see about that.
He said no. We've already been married like 3 times.
He said he ain't renewing his vows.
Not. No, we have not. We're gonna read. It wasn't 3. It was 2. We got married on GTA 5, and then we got married on Conan Exiles. And if Abby Life it comes out onto PlayStation 4, we're getting married there too. I'll just have to wait and get him at a good time.
All right.
Typical wife.
What's up? I heard about Abby Life coming to the consoles, supposed to be crossplay and all that. How you feel about that? Are you excited for Abby Life?
Oh, I'm so excited about that. You have no idea.
I'm thinking it's rumors. I don't really think it's really coming true. Like, I heard about it.
I don't know, but if it is, I am so down. It's by Lockwood, and Lockwood had some good shit.
Oh yeah, Lockwood had, man. Most of my clothes from PlayStation Home was from Lockwood.
Could come over. It's just a matter of Sony actually allowing something that allows people to play with PC gamers and Xbox gamers. Sony has been stingy when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Well, they need to open their minds.
That will be a good look. I mean, playing with other platforms, PC, Xbox, that would be really nice.
Yeah.
Man, okay. Well,
I mean, they say the PlayStation 5 is supposed to be the last console. We'll see about that.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be the last console, but
no, they make too much money.
And I don't even know Abby Life is gonna come to the PS4, but if it comes, I believe it's gonna come to the PlayStation 5, just because of the hardware.
It's supposed to be able to be played across all consoles.
All consoles.
PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. The newer Xboxes.
Man, okay. Man, we'll see. We will see, man. I know Josiah been keeping updates on that, so I know he's gonna make a video about Abby Life. I think what I think about Abby Life. Do y'all think that's gonna compete? Well, should I say compete or live the life like PlayStation Home? The PlayStation Home
Yes.
was the shit.
Yes, it was. And we wish to God it would just come back. Just come back already, please. You know, like, damn, we've been waiting. Like, because Nebula Realms, although it's a good try,
Yeah.
it's not up to par. It is definitely not up to par. There's still a lot of shakiness on the servers. Although PlayStation 3 had its problems, there was just more to do.
Yeah.
It was just, you know, you had the dolphin races, you had the pier, you could go ride on the Ferris wheel, you know, like, you just had more places to go, more things to do. There was more in-game games, and, you know, so I'm really hoping that Abby Life does come, because it's a little bit more stable, I think, and it's been played on the PC for so long. Like, if it comes, you're gonna find a lot of people leaving Nebula Realms and going to Abby Life.
Man, shoot, okay.
I think it'll be obsolete once Abby Life comes on, if it does happen.
Yeah, and plus the community is probably gonna be real big on Abby Life. Like, you're gonna see new people every single day. I know Nebula, you see seeing people every single day. You don't see new people like that, like PlayStation Home. But PlayStation Home community was like, it was huge,
crazy. And it was huge.
Every server you join, you see somebody new. So it's like, it was crazy. But I want to talk about. I'm gonna bring up a topic. The coronavirus.
Okay.
Bring it. You know, a lot of people's getting affected. Even famous people, basketball players. What's the actor name? Dang, I forgot the actor name. But he played in the I think it was like in the Fast and Furious movie, came out recently. He's affected. So, what y'all been doing since this been blown up? Is y'all taking cover too? Is y'all wearing gloves every time y'all go out? Is y'all wearing masks? Like, what y'all? You not doing none of that?
No, I work for the Department of Health.
Really?
In my area, there's not a whole lot of I think there's like 5 maybe like cases in my area. There's more, you know, there are more, but it's in the outer lying areas, like those with bigger populations.
Wow. Okay.
I did hear that in the next week or two, the governor or the mayor, I can't remember, the person in charge of California, he's expecting 50% of the entire state of California to be infected within the next week or two.
Yeah.
Because it's spreading that rapidly. And I read an article today that said the largest death toll from this virus has just occurred today, where they confirmed more than 768 people are dead in, I think it was Italy or something like that.
Yeah, they're hardest hit. They're the worst hit place or country.
It's coming here, and my problem is, you know, I'm working for a business that, you know, they give out sanitation wipes and all this other shit, but, you know, if it really comes here in force, that's not going to do anything.
Damn.
Yeah. You know,
it's real.
I mean, listen, China knew this was happening 3 weeks before it actually came out.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They already knew this. They already knew it was happening. They could have quarantined people. They could have stopped travel in and out of the country, but no, they did not. This is biochemical warfare. They've made this.
It is a bioengineered weapon. That's something my friends and I have believed for a long time.
It is bioterrorism is what is happening here. People are dying. You're going to have a large quantity of people to die.
Damn, boy.
I mean, it's a bioweapon. Bioweapons haven't been used and openly tested like this since the Cold War.
Yes.
Damn. I know some places been quarantined already. Like, some people, like, I heard that some cities got curfew now. Like people can't go out at certain times. A lot of like.
Oh yeah, there's already like in my state, which isn't being heavily hit yet. Mm-hmm. It's already like they've shut down bars, shut down a lot of public places. You just can't go into them.
Damn, a lot of people is losing their job too. On top of that too, so
there's unfortunately nothing that we can do. Hopefully the president decides to actually send out that stimulus package, because some of us are not going to be able to have jobs, you know. So I'm really hoping that, you know, that happens.
Man, it's crazy.
I'm just curious what happens to the people who are right now being told, you know, go home or something like that, because unless you work at Walmart or a big, you know, convenience retailer, they're not going to send you home unless you actually have the thing.
Yeah. I mean some places open, like
they're
the
all about
grocery
profit.
store.
I mean, the company I work for did something I would call shady. Their competitor is closing at like 6 o'clock from now on. Really? Because of the virus. They don't want to risk getting their people sick. Yeah. And the company I work for decided, well, we're going to stay open until 8 o'clock then, because that means we can make more money over our competitors.
Man. God, okay.
Well, and also, like, I start to worry about things when the truck drivers and the semi-truck drivers stop moving products, okay? I have a lot of family.
Yet?
Not yet. I have a lot of family and a lot of friends who are in the truck driving industry, and they're being hit hard because they're having to do more runs. They're having like 3 and 4. Like normally, like for instance, my ex, who's a truck driver, they're having to do more runs throughout the day than they ever have before. And he's refrigerated, so he does refrigeration stuff. Like, you know, people are just out there going crazy. They're frantic over this thing. They're trying to keep the toilet paper, the paper towel, the food on
I was gonna
the
bring that up.
And they can't do that because people feel as if, well, I'm not going to be able to keep, I'm going to be home for 2 weeks. I'm going to need the toilet paper. I'm going to need food, a surplus of food.
They're not being thoughtful to all the other people that are being impacted.
Nope.
Right.
It's like, I mean, I've been to go store probably like 3 times, and I see in that aisle where all the toilet tissue is not there no more. I'm in an area
that's not even affected. Bear in mind, there's no outbreak. Like, there are not people dying where I am, and you cannot go in a store and even find anything in the refrigerated section. I can't even get fish or fries or basic food. And then toilet paper, if you want toilet paper, guess where you got to go? You got to go to somewhere like Lowe's or Home Depot to get freaking toilet paper.
Really? Sheesh. I know yesterday when I went to a grocery store and all the meats was gone. Like, it wasn't even not one pack of meat at the grocery store. Like, people is just going crazy over this whole virus thing going on. People got to stay in the house.
Yeah.
So
I'm not stockpiled. Man. I'm only stockpiled on it. I'm not really stockpiled on food, and I've only got so much ammunition. Now I know for a fact that's the next thing that was going to get hit, and it's already being hit because Cabela's a hunting store near where I live. They're out of ammo. Yeah, they don't have ammo anymore.
Jeez.
People are stockpiling on 5.56, 2.23, all the larger caliber rifle rounds. It's just like one of those, end of the world movies. Everybody's getting ready.
Yeah, they're anticipating that this is like the end of the world because they're going to fight a lot of issues. Like, first of all, no one's going to be able to work the field. It's going to cause famine. It's going to cause a lot of death. Like, it's literally because nobody's going to be working in the farms. Nobody's going to be working in the stores. People are not going to be able to get, like, basic necessities or food. Like, this is literally, I would honestly would rather us go to war with China now because of this. Because they knew what was happening. They knew what was happening. This is going to cause like World War III. Like seriously, they knew what was happening. They engineered this virus. They knew about it. They told them to stop manufacturing it, and they didn't listen. They put it out there.
Wow.
Into their own people. They put it out into their own people. And this is exactly the problem.
It was during all the protesting in China too that they decided to put it out there and expose their own people, because they are still a hardcore communist country, so killing their own people, that's not something they haven't done. You know, that's against their morals. If you stand up against their government, they send APCs, they send, you know, they'll go overboard.
North Korea killed somebody, one of their first people with the coronavirus. They killed the first person, yes.
Yeah,
they
no way.
They killed them because they left. They left the hospital.
Damn,
when they finally caught up with them, they executed them. Like, you know.
Oh, that's real. Shit,
you're not listening to that. I mean, it's government. The government controls you in these Asian countries. If you don't listen, you get killed. But you know, our wacko jobs over here want socialism, which is not a good idea. Because look at what happens.
It's tough. Do you think we could get past this? Like, it's gonna, because I'm hearing like it's gonna be a
Noah's Ark. It's gonna end up being like a Noah's Ark.
I think we can get past it, but
not before a lot of people die.
Not before a lot of people die, and unfortunately it's going to be the older generation that dies, because the thing I've learned about the virus is that it mostly infects older people, people with
chronic illnesses.
Weaker immune systems and everything like that. So,
you know, and the sad part about this is I work with a lot of people who already have compromised immune systems because of HIV and AIDS. And then, you know, also with the health education for those with chronic illnesses like diabetes and hypertension, all have low compromised immune systems. And a lot of them you will find will unfortunately perish because of this virus.
Damn. That's crazy. A lot of people think like the coughing, like if somebody cough, they think they got the virus now. Like,
no.
You don't believe that's... You say no?
There are certain qualifications that you need to have in order to be diagnosed or even probable cause for the coronavirus. There are upper respiratory infections and bronchitis going around in addition to this. But neither one of those usually pose a threat to fever. The coronavirus, you will have a fever of at least 102, if not more. Anything over 104 will cause seizures. So that's why it's like imperative to be hospitalized.
Okay.
There will be cough. You will be weak. You will have fatigue. The cough will not be mucus driven. It will be dry.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The other thing I heard is that, like...
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, I've already got family who are nervous because there was a point in time where I was unbelievably sick with probably a touch of the flu for a couple weeks, and I had to miss work and everything, even after getting this new job. And somebody has made the remark recently that, you know, I could be a carrier for the virus and not even be aware of it. And that's where all the paranoia is right now. Everybody's all at these stores wiping down counters and everything, and you know, all somebody has to do is walk in and stand around for a little bit and it's in the air, because that's what I've heard a lot, is that it's airborne.
Yes, it is airborne.
Yeah, I heard it was airborne. I heard it stayed like for like 3 hours or something like that.
Let me fuck your all mind here for a second. How many, either one of you do flu shots?
I do not.
No.
I almost never get sick, but once a year.
Do you do flu shots on Mike?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. How? And this is just food. This is just a thought process. It does not necessarily mean what happened, because I know that a lot of the time it's not what exactly is happening. But with these flu shots and these other inoculations, how do we know if we're actually getting the inoculation that they said is they're giving us?
Damn. I don't know.
Have you ever thought of that before?
No, I have not thought about it
like,
before.
Pneumonia. This is said to be like a pneumonia type of illness, like pneumonia shot. Are you giving us a little bit of a coronavirus?
Oh shit!
With your flu shot, are you giving us
what?
one? You know, see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wow.
So, are you really giving us the inoculations that you're saying that you're giving us, or are we actually being manipulated into thinking something when we're not? This is why a lot of people are against vaccinations, and then they end up getting the issue that the inoculation could have stopped. But are they really inoculating us with what is said to be inoculated with?
Man, government, man.
Yeah, you never know. You just never know. It's FDA. It's the drugs and all. They say they have a coronavirus cure, but where is it? Like, you could be saving people's lives.
I heard that, like,
you see what I'm saying?
For new medicine, it takes like a couple of years for it to be clear.
Yeah. I've heard I heard somebody say that it was going to take as much as a year before there was actually a cure anywhere.
But then we could all be dead.
Yeah, facts right there. Yeah. Damn. Okay. Jeez. All right. I'm glad I got your opinion on this whole this whole damn thing, man. It's crazy. If you feel like I missed something, man, just go ahead and say it. Cause you answered almost all my questions. Anything else I missed to ask you or something?
Anything you can think of, Cobra?
No, not really. I think we covered the whole drama and the issue with the fam and everything. With
the manipulation and the loyalty and everything. But I want to say that, listen, RKE is down for new members. We play a lot of games. We play a lot of different games. Everybody is down to play with one another. We have no rank, so everybody is equal. If you want to be down with the fam like that, you know where to reach us. Remember AOD Cobra and Mrs. Red Phoenix.
Right
just
there.
hit us
That's
up.
Her title.
Yep.
Okay.
Hit us up.
Yo, thanks for coming by and doing this interview with me, man. I appreciate that. Got some good topic off of this, man.
Thank you.
Anytime, though, just hit me up, want to do an interview. I'm down to do one with y'all, so it's all good. But
cool.
Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Have a good, try. I know you're gonna fit fans, so fix it. Just try to stay away from the drama. Whoever trying to start drama, you might want to kick them out.
yeah. At this point, pretty much.
But good luck on your fam, man. Hope y'all stay positive and just keep the haters away from y'all.
Amen.
Well, I'm going to end this video, man. This is your boy, NHG OneMic. Subscribe, comment, like, and stay tuned for the next video. I'm out of here, man.